I'm only interested in men. Keep that in mind. It'll make sense. I'm going to show you a screenshot of an interaction with somebody, right? I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let you make your own assumptions. I want you to tell me what you think in the comments. And I want you to tell me how you would respond. You ready? Let's go.
Okay. Let's go through this. It says, I've become such a homebody housewife. A homebody housewife. So a wallflower, somebody that stays at home. It was too much. So I guess you don't go out. You're just at the house all the time. All right. I live your best housewife life. Okay, nothing wrong with that. I'm doing my best too. Haha. You in need of a housewife? You in need of a housewife? LOL, not from my partner. Okay.
Because who am I to judge? So
Okay, so I don't know. I don't get it. It needs more context. I've been such a homebody housewife. What is it like dating? Homebody housewife type. Oh, okay. So I guess she's like a person that doesn't go out that much. It was too much. Okay. Live your best housewife life. So I guess the girl's like, all right, just live your life the best way that you can. I'm doing my best too. Haha. You in need of a housewife? You in need of a housewife? Are you, haha, you in need of a housewife? I guess they're joking to say like, are you in need of a housewife? I'm doing my best too. Not from my partner. I don't understand. Not from my part. What are you telling me? You're not saying nothing. Okay, so you want my honest opinion? It needs more context, and it's a little bit silly, and I don't get it. If you know what's going on, please let me know. Like, tell me in the comments. Okay, let me know, please.
One night I go out, I go to Whiskey Mistress, and towards the end of the night, my friends that I'm with leave, and I'm there by myself at that point. I start talking to this guy while the bar is closing, and he's like, walk across the street with me and my friends. We're gonna go to the bar next door, continue getting drinks. It's only midnight. I don't have anything to do in the morning, so I'm like, yeah, I'll go with you guys. We're at the next spot. Everything's fine, cool. I reach for my phone, and I realize it's not there. Starting to panic, I'm asking the guy that I'm with if I can use his phone to call my phone. His phone is dead. So I go over to his friend, who tell her like, oh my gosh, my phone is lost. Can I use one of your phones to call my phone? His friend's phone is dead, blah, blah. She tries to fight me. Finally.
Okay. So we're not gonna skip over that. Like somebody tried to fight you. That's a key word. Let's see what happened. So you went out with your friends originally and you were hanging out with them. Then it came a point they were like, all right, we're gonna bounce. We got lives, I guess. We got stuff to do tomorrow or whatever. And she's out by herself, so I'm guessing she just wants to chill out, hang out, maybe meet some new people, which she did. Right? She met some, a couple of guys, and then there's like, hey, let's go across to the bar across the street, because that usually happens. Like when you finish one place, a lot of servers, they go to other bars that are their friends that they work by or close by or whatever, and they spend their money there, right? That's a cool way of looking at the economy, right? It's service takes care of service. Anyways, so she's there. She forgot her phone, and then she asked the guy to call her phone. But I think logically, I would think her phone would be at the place that she was last time. So yeah, I guess she can call her phone to find out where it's at. Okay, cool. But now somebody tried to fight you, which you don't really like explain how that happens. Is there like there's no reason for a fight at that point? What happened? Let's see.
Finally lets me use his phone, but why did all of this have to happen? Of course, I call my phone. It's dead. It's been stolen. Whoever took it turned it off. I should have just let that phone go. I'm knocking on doors, ring cameras. I'm talking to people through the ring camera. People cussing me out. Get off my porch. The phone is done. We go back to his place. I have to stay there at this point. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. We all go up to his place. He lets me sleep over. He's helping me in the morning.
There's a lot of stuff. I hate it when, you know what? I hate it when people do videos at like super speed, because you skip over like a really big chunk of the conversation, and you really, you know what? Screw this. Next.
So this is Atlanta for you. So I'm on my way to the gym. A brother gonna stop me with gold grills all in his mouth like, hey, what's your name? And you know, that question always got me stuck. Like, really, my dude? Really? You know you don't care about my name. But I said it anyway. But just a tip, if you are approaching a woman, you come and introduce yourself. And then shawty is just gonna be led to say her name after that. Okay, but I digress. So the next question, he gonna say, so you smoke? Not that's your next question, trying to test and see if I'm a fiend. I said, no, sir. Even though I do get chiefy, but that's none of your business. He like, so what you do for fun then if you don't smoke? I said, sir, I like to read. Tell me why. He skirted off. So this is Atlanta.
Because you're not his type of woman. You've obviously, you have other things in your life. You know why. You know why. I mean, everybody know why. You know why. But you're a beautiful woman, so like I get it. And yeah, you should, when you go to meet a girl, if you see a girl outside, you should introduce yourself first before you're just like, what's your name? Like, what kind of who raised you? What's wrong with you? You just can't act, you gonna what? What's your name? What kind of slavery shit is this? Anyways, like, yeah, don't do that. Gentlemen, don't do that. Young men, don't do that. If you see a girl that you don't know and you like her, just walk up to her and say, excuse me, my name is blah, blah, blah. Can I have your name? And then you have a conversation. You just talk to him like a normal person. He ain't gotta have no super, what's up, girl? Well, you smoke, baby girl, you smoke. That's dumb. And I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry that happened to you. There's idiots everywhere in the world. You can go anywhere in the world. There's idiots somewhere.
No, it was okay. So a lot of men don't want to commit.
Okay.
In
what
Atlanta.
age group are we talking about it? Or if you can give us a little bit more detail.
30s.
Oh, in the 30s.
Yeah, like mid 30s. Yeah.
Don't want to commit.
Listen, you know what they say, men experiences.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, some men don't want to commit. It's factual, I guess. Yeah, sure.
This is a question that I have to be very sensitive about answering. Black people like Japan and Japanese culture due to the fact that in the early 80s and 90s there was a exploitation of karate, Japanese culture, done through Hollywood and all that stuff, and basically like franchising deals that allow people to have access to it, and it was very much broadcasted on like let's just say low budget or under budgeted networks, so that black people had access to that type of fantasy, and through that we became immersed and found another place to call home, because home was let's just say less trouble than what the TV represented. This is a question that I have to be very sensitive.
There's more than just one reason why Black people like Japan. One has to do with like its culture. Yeah, of course. Also, like there's a history of Black men and women traveling to Japan to live and work. W.E. Du Bois is one of those men who traveled to Japan before. Me, hey, 日本で住んでましたけど、なんか10年前。結構前ね。とりあえず、it's a great place to live. You could see what Black people have done to their culture. We influence culture around the world, with hip hop and sports and entertainment. Also in business. you have a lot of great people like this one guy, Dante. He was the face of SoftBank for many years. Is like a tall black dude, really cool guy. Speaks wonderful Japanese, but lived there and was a was the head, like not the head, but the face of SoftBank with another Shiba dog, white Shiba dog. But he was the man for a long time as a black guy, you know, taking up a role in Japan like that is unheard of, right? Then you have Naomi Osaka, right? She's half black, half Japanese. You have Miss Japan. She's half black and Japanese. Speaks only Japanese for the most part. Her Japanese is like she's. Anyways, look, what I'm saying is that black people have been throughout history have been going back and forth living in Japan. It's not just black people, but I don't mean when I say black, I mean like American black people, but also you have Africans that go there. You have people from all over the world that travel to Japan because Japan is such a great country to live in. And you should go get some land there now because I don't know if you know this, but their population is dwindling and it's not a good thing. So why not check out Japan? It's a wonderful place to live and learn a different culture other than your own. Anyways,
in Japan, I think the difference here is that it's more ignorance about what a black person is than it is fear, than it is hatred, which is a lot of times the case in America. I'm from the South, I'm from Georgia, and I've definitely experienced a lot of racism and hate in Georgia. I've definitely been discriminated against because of my skin color. I think that the same happens in Japan oftentimes, but I don't think it comes from the same place. A little bit of diet discrimination, if you will, and I don't think it's ill intent from Japanese people. Japan is a very homogenous place, as I said before, and so something that stands out from the norm will freak them out a little bit, and people don't know how to take you a lot of times. But being black in Japan, I like it much better. You're somewhat of a novelty, but ultimately people do respect you. I think in America, people don't always respect you if you are black, and that's one of the reasons why I've chosen to live out here.
Yeah. So Black in Japan, this is ran by a guy I know who came out to Japan from Jamaica. And I think he's currently in Canada right now. So kudos to you, bro. Hey, I'm here. Episode 4. I'm back. Anyways, if you made it this far in the video, please like and subscribe at the bottom. This is 2026. I'm trying something new. I want you guys to come along with me. And I love to hear from you, find out what you guys think about this. Is my lighting too good or bad or whatever? I'm looking for people to grow my own channel. So it's out there for you. Anyways, yeah, living in Japan it's crazy. It's crazy how different, how drastically different it is from from America, right? And yes, he is from the South. I'm from the South too. And we like our racism right in front of us, right? I remember this one time I was at the doctor with my grandmother and my aunt. I'm sitting at the doctor's office waiting for my grandma to get out, and I was having a conversation with my aunt, and she was like, blah 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 blah. And we're just talking, right? And there's a lady right across from me, and she's like, excuse me. I said, yes, ma'am. She's like, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from here. Oh, well, you don't sound like you're from here. I looked at her and I told her, I was like, I don't know how to answer that question. Well, I'm glad I read a book before. Isn't it amazing? Yeah, anyways. Yeah, ignorance is everywhere. But in Japan, yes, they are ignorant about your color. They don't know. They don't know who you are. They can see this stuff on TV, but they don't really pay attention to it as much as you think. So Black people in Japan are a novelty in some cases. Like, for example, if you go out to a basketball court and there's a bunch of white guys there and you might not even play basketball, but if you put the shorts on, you're out there, they're going to be like, you want to play? Not even checking, not even seeing that you're wearing, the flip-flops or something. I don't know. But it happens, but we're ignorant too, right? Like we were like that a long time ago. Like we thought, like Asian people, you see them in America, you're like, oh, let me ask him a math problem, or let me ask him a technical question for AI or something like that. That's ignorant. That's making assumptions, and you shouldn't be making assumptions that way. Anyways, this is 2026. I'm back. New year, new kind of setup. I'm a little bit above it because I'm standing up now. Anyways, like and subscribe like always. Thank you guys so much for coming out here and checking out my channel. I appreciate it. You guys take care of yourselves.